Field just throwing the head around, but the starter says go on. The 5 runners are on their journey as they come down to greet the ever-building crowd here at Avoca. Another masterpiece, Jump Best. Torcan tried to keep it out. They race for supremacy with a circuit to go of this small but picturesque track. About 3 lengths Arabian Storm, the race favourite Winterfield next, and Le Noir is the last one. They travel over the crossing and head into the back, and another masterpiece is pressing on with it. Eventually Torcan will let it go, and another masterpiece takes it up to lead by a length and a half at the 1400 metres over Torcan, and they've raced away 4 lengths to the good of Arabian Storm and 2.5 further back to the race favourite Winterfield, and last of all was Le Noir. That's the order in the Sally's paddock Redbank Winery Maiden, the opener on this 6 event card at Avoca today. And as they go down the back past many a hay bale which you'd like to have in your shed, it's another masterpiece out by a length and a quarter Torcan. 4 lengths away Arabian Storm third, and 2 further away to the good looking Winterfield. Punters will be hoping he's a little bit more than good looking. He's second last, 2 lengths away. Le Noir, the last one, past the crane that holds up the camera that brings you the pictures, and another masterpiece led by a length. Second placing Torcan off the rails. Third Arabian Storm, and Winterfield travelling into it okay now. About to be popped the big question here by Alan Crichton. He's the Irishman aboard Winterfield, and they're followed by Le Noir. You'd throw a blanket over them as they sprint down the side. Another masterpiece is showing some signs of tiredness at the 400, and Torcan race to the lead a length on Arabian Storm. Winterfield's making hard work of it. Le Noir's trying to thread the needle, and another masterpiece will run last, but Torcan leads around the home turn over a length in front. It's Torcan. She knows this track pretty well, Nikita. On the outside, Le Noir's the challenger though. Le Noir goes to Torcan in the concluding stages, and the Le Noir, the baby of the field, won a length and a quarter to Torcan, and Winterfield runs another place. Arabian Storm runs fourth, and the pace setter, another masterpiece, got tired to finish at the tail. For the 1100 metre dash, thanks to on-site rental, they're off. And Dynamite Joe jumped well. I'm not sure whether it's going to be able to hold up or not. It wants to. True Opulence away well, and so also was Southern Edge, who's driving through in the middle. Next in the race then was Diagnosed, the favourite. He's put him in a beautiful spot. Fourth, Medium Rare's come across next, and they're followed next in the race then a length and a half further back to Kelkadan. Jenny Becken settling at the tail was Cheap Tycoon. They sprint down the side. Dynamite Joe's trying to go for a cheap section. Southern Edge worked it early. True Opulence up on the outside, and Diagnosed cruising behind them. So too the other favoured runner, Medium Rare. They're followed 2 lengths away to Kelkadan, Jenny Beck, and last of all was Cheap Tycoon. Captain's call was a late scratching, if you're wondering where it is. Dynamite Joe under siege, so too Southern Edge, True Opulence. They've all got the wobbles, and Rule got out from behind them on Diagnosed and went bang. First up for a long spell, Diagnosed dashed away at the top of the straight. Jenny Beck runs on a bit, so does Kelkadan, and then True Opulence, but Diagnosed has got plenty on these. Rule gives him one with the whip, but it's all over. He goes on to score by 6 lengths to Jenny Beck, who had a nice second. A length away, Kelkadan, a good debut third. Medium Rare, I think, ran fourth on the outside from Cheap Tycoon, True Opulence, and the early speedsters have knocked up, and they were Southern Edge and Dynamite Joe. Mr. Fryer with the button, and they're off now. And it's last to go, Delaney Wave. Second last in the race, Existence, and getting away nicely was Porteous. Pocket Thieves try to hold up on the inside, but Chocolates for Me's got pace, and so too Richard, and there's plenty of pace in the race. Verdane going through as well. Then Porteous, Richard had to come back from Andalusia, and they were followed then by Zippy Lad, and Delaney Waves got past a few. Humble Hugh and Existence had gone back to the rear. Verdane on top now from Chocolates for Me as they leave the back. And the hay, they're out by a length and a half to Pocket Thief, who ended up in the box seat from Porteous in the lime, and then Zippy Lad. Delaney waved the grey. Coffey's trying to thread his way through the field here at the moment. He's still got a few to get around. Next in the race then would have been Humble Hugh, who's wider out on the track with Existence and Andalusia, and they bunch up at the back end with Richard as Porteous drew a half in front at the 400 of Verdane. Chocolates for Me, and now Delaney Wave is seeing a bit of daylight coming after the leaders. Pocket Thief needs a run, and then followed further back to Zippy Lad on the turn. Porteous first to swing. Verdane's coming back. Delaney Delaney Wave, let's go. Then Pocket Thief, Delaney Wave on one rein after Verdane. Verdane the leader, but the odds-on favourites as green as grass, but it raced to the lead. Delaney Wave, 2 for Kavanagh. Delaney Wave a length and a half. Verdane. Pocket Thief third and fourth is almost a dead heat between Existence, who ran on well, and Zippy Lad. Then Porteous, who weakened in the run home from Andalusia. Chocolates for me, Humble Hugh, and Rich Old was a long last. Orange colours, Gates Fly, they're off. Also orange colours of Group Hug, but Dan Light Dancer beat them out. Went to the lead from Baltimore, and You've Been Warned going up on the outside. Group Hugs in the orange set with the white armbands there in advance of Al Henry, and Marco Polo, the favourite, settled at the tail. He's in the orange with the black armbands as they head down the back. There's no connection, just similar colours. It's Dan Light Dancer, the leader, about to be taken on by You've Been Warned. Baltimore takes a trail. Group Hug over on the inside, then Al Henry, and the favourite Marco Polo's in an awful spot there at the 800 metres, being over on the inside and almost on heels, in fact, as Dan Light Dancer steadied the ship in front. From on the outside, You've Been Warned, and Baltimore at the 600 came out 3 deep. Al Henry's about to go 4 deep, then Group Hug and Marco Polo with horses all around it is back last of the 6 runners. They sprint down the side. Dan Light Dancer beats off You've Been Warned, who's dropping out. Baltimore to second, Al Henry to third. Group Hug needs some room. Marco Polo's going to try and come right around them all. Dan Light Dancer down on the inside just from Baltimore. Then Al Henry, Marco Polo peels, and Group Hug needs a run. Dan Light Dancer led. After it, Baltimore on the outside. Marco Polo's winding up. Dan Light Dancer, the leader from Baltimore. Marco Polo's flying. Oh, gee, in the middle, maybe. Baltimore might just get it. He's been winning everything else, Kavanagh. It's a photo. Dan Light Dancer's on the fence, and Marco Polo was the widest runner. A good thing licked, maybe. Then Group Hug fourth, followed next in the race by Al Henry, and You've Been Warned got very tired. 700, they're sprinting and they're off. Master Liberty in the all-white jumped well. Smiling Hussy out okay. Norton Bell goes forward, and so does the top weight, the race favourite, Mr. Cooley, and he's going to take it up in advance of Can I Win. And Norton Bell left 3 out. Master Liberty fourth. Madame Maha came into a good spot to be fifth, and then 2 lengths to Smiling Hussy, Rose of Centane, Dane Margot, Tycoon won, and last of all in the race there was Racing Rosie as they sprint down the side. Can I Win had gone up to tackle Mr. Cooley for supremacy. Norton Bell up into third, followed by Madame Maha. Master Liberties in the all-white. Then Smiling Hussy, Rose of Centane. Dane Margot went to the outside from Racing Rosie. Tycoon 1 was last at the 400, but only 4 from the front runner, which is Can I Win, who put its head in front of Mr. Cooley. Norton Bell trying hard. Madame Maha about to peel, and then Master Liberty. Mr. Cooley fights back, takes the lead again off Can I Win, and Norton Bell still coming. Madame Maha to the outside, and then Master Liberty, but Mr. Cooley, he kicked off the bend brilliantly, and he's home, the fave. Mr. Cooley goes on to win by 2 lengths. Second, Norton Bell. Third's a photo. Madame Maha's put in a big dive at Master Liberty, and it's pretty tight. Then Can I Win, followed by Racing Rosie, Smiling Hussy, and Tycoon 1. Rose of Centane was never interested today, and Dane Margot's finished at the end in the Pyrenees Advocate.
Field of 10 to go for the lucky last. Good luck if you're punting from Avoca. There they go. They're off. It was at a level break too. Hell of a Storm, the favourite, jumped away okay on the inside. God's on track going forward. So too No Fred in the early part. Coming across was the Mig Star. Out wider was High Fra, who wants to be part of the leading duo as they settle into stride. So they run out of the straight and they're about to go over the crossing. And the leader's God's on track. He found his way to the top end. High Fra went up and sat outside of him. Nigeria was there as well. Then came No Fret back on the inside. Behind No Fret was the Mig Star. Hell of a Storm was midfield the inside. 2 lengths further back to Gratua, who's got 3 behind it. They been Heavenly Harry, who was third last. Tara Truce was second last. And Liberty Blaze biding its time at the tail end of the field. They're into the back of the 1200 metre point, and the leader out in front was High Fra. He found his way to the top end. He's in front by 3/4 of a length. God's on track. Nigeria outside of it. No Fret the outside of Hell of a Storm. 2 lengths further back to the Big Star. The inside of it was Gratua. A similar margin away to Tara Truce, who got back to be third last. Second last in the event was Heavenly Harry, and Liberty Blaze saw them all. They're off the back inside the 800, and Nigeria went up on the outside of High Far and put his beak in front. Then we had God's on track. No Frets even wider. Hell of a Storm, the favourite, just needs a run from there. The Big Star heads outside. Liberty Blaze coming into it from a long way back. Gratua the inside, and Heavenly Harry among amongst the last. They're working towards the home corner here, and No Fret was out in front at the 400. God's on Track, one up inside of it. Also there was Nigeria, who's battling away the inside. Hell of a Storm's out wider, just about to commence his run. The Mig Star's there as well. They turn homeward bound. Nigeria the inside. Getting to split the middle was No Fret. Then came Hell of a Storm. Hell of a Storm and No Fret after Nigeria the inside. No Fret, Hell of a Storm. No Fret, Hell of a Storm. Hell of a Storm's doing that little bit the better. Hell of a Storm favourite backers home in the last. Second it was No Fret. Then we had the Mig Star. Then behind them was Nigeria, who was midfield. Behind Nigeria in the run of the line was High Fra, who stuck on OK. Heavenly Harry. Behind Heavenly Harry in the run of the line was Tara Truce. Then we had God's on Track, Gratua, and Liberty Blaze knocked up and ran towards the tail end.